Welcome to Timeless Sparks, where the echoes of the past illuminate the paths we walk today. In this episode, we're uncovering a figure whose legacy burns as bright now as it did nearly 6 centuries ago, Joan of Arc, also known as Jeanne d'Arc. Her name has become shorthand for courage, vision, and unyielding resolve. But how exactly does her remarkable story continue to inspire us in an ever-changing world? Join us as we explore the enduring sparks ignited by the Maid of Orleans. Let's begin in the small stone-built village of Domremy, France. It's the early 15th century, and the country is ravaged by war. Born to humble farmers in 1412, Joan's early life foretold nothing of history books or legend. Yet at the age of 13, she began to experience powerful visions. She said the voices of saints were urging her to save France against impossible odds. At a time when women were expected to remain silent and invisible in public affairs, Joan set out on a path few dared even to dream of. By the time she was 17, this village teenager was standing before Prince Charles, the disinherited heir, with an extraordinary claim that she could turn the tide of the 100 Years' War. Against all logic, and perhaps compelled by her conviction, Charles granted her command. Clad in white armor, wielding a banner rather than a blade, Joan rode at the head of armies. Her presence at the Battle of Orleans was a shock, a young woman leading men twice her age, rallying them not just with strategy but with unbreakable spirit. In just 9 days, the French lifted the siege. News of her victories spread, and with her guidance, hope surged through a nation on the brink of despair. But the hero's journey is never without cost. Joan's rise was meteoric, but so too was the opposition she faced. Betrayed by political intrigue and captured by forces loyal to the English, she found herself alone, a teenager accused of heresy, facing trial. Her courage, however, did not falter. She stood firm in her beliefs and her mission, even as the verdict was written before the trial began. At 19, Joan was led to the stake. Her condemnation was meant as a warning, but it became something else entirely, a candle in the darkness. Her death did not extinguish her legend. In fact, it magnified it, fanning the flames of French resilience. Decades later, the same voices that condemned her would admit to her innocence. In 1920, centuries after her martyrdom, Joan was canonized as a saint, a recognition not only of her faith, but of her extraordinary courage and sacrifice. Why does Joan's legacy feel so alive today? The truth is, humanity still faces towering challenges and seemingly impossible battles. Joan of Arc reminds us that great changes often begin with a single stubborn spark, one voice willing to defy expectation and demand justice. Her story is retold in paintings, operas, books, and films, each generation drawing new strength from her steadfastness. What is it about Joan that still lights the fire in us? Perhaps it's that she saw herself as neither powerless nor insignificant, refusing to believe her voice didn't matter. She teaches that resilience isn't always about brute strength. It's about conviction, faith, and the willingness to act even when every odd seems set against you. Here at Timeless Sparks, we celebrate stories that remind us what humanity can achieve, even against overwhelming adversity. Joan's legacy challenges us to look in the mirror and ask, will we stand for what we believe in as she did? Will we keep our own sparks alive, lighting the way for others? If Joan's courage has kindled something in you today, please like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a reminder that one person really can make a difference. And tell us below, how does Joan of Arc inspire you? Thanks for watching Timeless Sparks. Until next time, remember, your spark can become a beacon. Keep it burning bright.